What up, fam? Hit that like, hit that subscribe. This is A2D Wednesday nights. Talking a little 10-9-8 with you. Eagles still without an offensive coordinator. We'll talk about it.
I mean, how silly is that, man? We're talking about practice.
The Philadelphia Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Eagles fans everywhere, this is for you. Let the celebration begin.
Welcome in, everybody. This is A2D Wednesday nights, only on A2D Radio every Wednesday. Brought to you by our doc. Make them yours. Dr. Paul Vidal, Specialized Physical Therapy, location in Burlington, Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Find them on the web, specializedphysicaltherapy.com. A little newness tonight. Johnny Coyle has been on with us on a Wednesday before and a lot of other shows. Greg Milwaukee, Rob Brinkman. Must be freezing in Robbie's basement. It is a frigid one for him. Tom Arnone.
Kitchen.
I'm Tom Arnone. Tom Arnone. We got a lot to go over. Phillies hot stove. Got nothing. Eagles offensive coordinator search continues.
Got nothing.
Updates. Got nothing.
Nothing.
Is this the Sixers year? Probably not.
Got nothing.
Nah.
Sixers big three dominate and win versus the Bucks. Ties into our poll question. Performances like last night from the big three make you believe this is the year the Sixers can get over the hump. Do you agree? Disagree? Let us know. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. That's where we're live. Everywhere you get your podcasts, we're there as well. Hit the like, subscribe, follow. Join the conversation. Performances like last night from the big three, say four, make you believe this is the year the Sixers get over the hump. And the hump isn't a lot. Right? The hump isn't cutting it down, Broad Street. That's not the hump. It's not the Humpty Hump tonight. The hump is simple. Can you get out of a second round? Yes. I mean, yes. Are they a little while away because of the growth still, even you could say at times, of Maxey and VJ, because they're both young still and they still have room in areas to grow their game? Yeah. But if those two guys can play at a high level, it changes the whole conversation. It just does. It just absolutely does. And we don't want to talk about those guys. I get it. They're older. But this was the best of both worlds this year. This was the best of both worlds, and this is what we're living in. So, yeah, absolutely. They can win a series. They can win two series. You know, they can get over the hump. But it comes down to the same old conversation. You know, are those two guys healthy enough to play in April? And if they are, yeah, the big four can win you two series, in my opinion. Those guys can win you a series. I see bad nights from them. I see good nights from them, but I think part of that is just the not consistency of lineups.
Yeah. You heard Joel talk about that last night, right? Like, hey, we still got to continue to play together as a three, you know, and then you're right. Add VJ as the four, but
we got to have VJ because he's such a clutch performer, and the numbers back it where he ranks in the league in clutch minutes. So when we talk about those last 4 or 5 minutes of a basketball game, we say that's when you can turn it on and you're going to know who the best players are. Well, when your rookie is one of your top performers in those moments, yeah, I mean, it makes me feel even better. Now, I think Tyrese has room to grow at times where I think he won't be aggressive enough. He won't demand the basketball enough. And there's times where I think he might shoot too much where, get the ball around. And that's just part of continuing to grow like he has every year. You know what I mean? There's going to be little things that you can pick apart, but he's ready to win. You know what I mean? He's ready to go win two series. We've seen him have big time performances in the playoffs in the past. So he's only growing in that aspect. So just when you circle the board, sure. Yeah, I agree. Tried to extend that as long as I could. But yeah. We've talked about this for years. I mean, this is why it's like, oh, here you go again, Tom. That's what I feel. Groundhog's Day. The only thing like saving grace is the newness. It is VJ. It is Tyrese another year of growth. That's where I'm like, yeah, I feel like those two guys alone in the right situation can go win you two series. Right situation. Let me make that very clear.
I wish they would have beat the Knicks on Saturday so I could just be easy agree. But don't know. Are they going to win 2? They get to win 1. If it ended now, if you give me a healthy team against Boston right now, that'd be the 3-6. I'll take my chances there. But then you're going to have to play the Knicks, the Cavs, or the Pistons. I don't know if they're ready for that. If they're healthy, they could be. They're quite a weak. The Rockets are a good team, and they beat them. They should have beat them in regulation, but they had to go to overtime, and they got it done. Then they lost to the Knicks, and that's where I'm at, because I'm rushing home from work to watch it on Saturday before the blizzard to watch a Sixers-Knicks regular season basketball game. I mean, when's the last time I did that? It's been years. For a regular season basketball game to be locked in. Came up a little short, but they win that game. This is an easy agree. Then you
but they have beaten the Knicks before.
They have.
They have beaten the Knicks in New York too, right?
In New York, twice, right?
They can do it.
But no, you're right though, Rob. It has been a great week, right? So
but then they come out and then they lose they get smoked by the Hornets somehow. I don't know how
that was a give up game. It was a back to back, and I think they knew they wanted, and they wanted it last night, right? That's what it was.
And then they went out and they played really well. Paul George played really. I mean, that looked like Pacers Paul George last night.
Yeah.
Or
looked like PG actually.
Was it last night?
Yeah,
was it last night? It was last night, right? Yeah, not podcast P. We got PG-13 in that game. But, I mean, can they? And I like the lineup when Oubre plays, because he doesn't need the ball and he doesn't need to score, and he's a really good complement to the offense that they have, and he's a willing defender. You can say that about Grimes too. They got a good mix. They got a good modern NBA mix right now. I think to get over the hump, Joe is going to have to improve on his interior defense in playoff half-court basketball. But he's older. I don't know what that's going to do, because they're in my observations and what I have watched, and mine and I've seen I see the second halves of games. They need to get tougher. They need to get tougher in the paint. They need to get tougher rebounding. Saturday against the Knicks, they got completely outworked for a large portion of the game. Ended up down 10 with 8 to go. And to their credit, on their home floor, they came and they fought back and they almost won. But they didn't. But they can certainly win a playoff series. And I think that I totally expect them to be a top 6 seed and not have to be in that stupid play-in tournament.
Yeah,
which is crucial, because
that,
then you don't have to play the top 2 seeds until you beat the 3 seed.
Yeah, and I think that's the biggest key, right? You're right, Rob. You got to be in that top 6. You got to be in that top 6 just for rest purposes. We see what this team does with back-to-backs, right? With the load management, which is fine in the regular season. But you got to make sure that you're in that 6 or above. And then I'm going to agree. I'm going to agree right there. Right? We've seen. I think the biggest thing too is we've seen Joel get healthier as the year's going on instead of the other way, right? Because they slow played him so much early on, and now he's getting healthier and healthier. I mean, if you that reaction that Maxey had to that alley-oop, kind of says it all about what where Joel is with his conditioning and his body right now. And I'm hoping that improvement over the last 3-4 weeks of Joel obviously continues. And maybe with a stroke of luck this year, we get the best version of Joel in the playoffs in the end of this season, where he hasn't had any luck, right? So I'm going to agree. I like, all 3 guys had 20 points last night of the big 3, right? All scored over 20. Like you said, Rob, Paul was awesome. Joel was awesome. And then it's the complimentary pieces too, right? McKean finally saw some shots go down last night, which I think was huge for him. VJ, that putback dunk was electric. But they got to fix their third quarters. I don't know what's going on there. I'm almost I'm almost put a tinfoil hat on, and it's the NBA just saying, you got to suck in the third quarters because this game needs to get closer. Because we need to keep people engaged for the fourth quarter because they are horrendous in the
They were
third quarter.
awful. They were awful against the Knicks in the third quarter.
Yeah, every night. It's every night.
Well, yeah. I hear you. You're right. You're right.
So I guess I'm going to be the only one that's going to disagree to the poll question, and
Yeah.
it's going to be one thing and one thing only, and I'm going to go to the history of this franchise over the last 6-7 years. Is when we get into the playoffs, who's the guy in the fourth quarter? Is Maxey finally going to be the guy who's going to take the shot when we need a basket? Or is it going to be the same old Joel coming up short in the fourth quarter? I would like to say it's going to be Maxey, but we all know it. Joel's the man. Joel is the guy on this team that makes the juice stir, or however you want to say it. He's the guy that's going to end up probably having the ball in his hands in the big moments. And I've seen it in the past year after year after year where he just comes up small and hits a turnover machine, and it's bad shot after bad shot. It's isolation at the top of the key. It's just not what needs to be done this year. Maxey needs to have the ball this year. If that happens, maybe this does end up being a team that can go and surprise a little people, because this is the year. This is the only year you're going to have a chance, because Indiana's going to get healthy next year. Boston's going to get healthy next year, and we're going to get a little bit older and a little bit worse. So I don't know if Joel can take that step backwards that he needs to step to let the young guys step up. That's my only concern.
But he already has, right? He already has this year.
In the regular season. It's easy to do it
but
in
at the same
season.
time, but to your point though, at the same time, in crunch time, I want my highest paid player having the ball.
Well, we've seen what that does. We've read
but that's where I think the big three has to, and they will as they continue to play together. Even like you said, four. It doesn't have to be one guy. It's whoever, Paul can create his own shot, and that's what makes Paul so, when he's healthy, that's what makes him so impactful to this team, is in that third quarter, in that fourth quarter where it's crunch time, he can make and create his own shot, which Maxey still struggles at, to what Tommy was saying about his growth, right? He still struggles sometimes of creating his own shot. So that's where these guys, these veterans that, in the regular season, we're going to let the young kids run and these guys, fall into place. But in the playoffs, that's going to work. And then you're going to need your veterans. You're going to need your highest paid best player to step up and make that shot. If he's healthy, he's going to do it. We also got to remember every other year that he's come up short, he hasn't been healthy.
Yeah.
And I know, right? Like Johnny, right? That's like the hamster wheel, right? Just like, Joel's healthy. But his improvement over the last 3, 4, 5 weeks has been so drastic. You can see it in just the way he's moving. He went from not jumping to now catching alley-oops.
Yeah.
And landing awkwardly, and just going on with it. So I think that's the key. Like, to me, the key is his health naturally, but it's the way they slow played it. And it seems like that he's getting better now as we start getting into, obviously, past Christmas, heading into the All-Star break, right? Getting him down towards the end of the year as healthy as possible.
Yeah, that's the elephant in the room. He's definitely the elephant in the room. John, you're not wrong. He is a turnover machine in the playoffs a lot of times, or has been known to be. I don't know. I don't know how that's just going to change.
I'm a big believer in your go-to guy in a big spot has to be a guard. It's got to be a guard.
I'm with you.
Joe can do his thing the whole game and be dominant and get to the free throw line and do the alley-oops. That's great. But when you're in playoff half-court basketball, you need one of these guards to step up and get a bucket. You do.
Yes.
That pick and pop pick and pop regular season stuff that you do with Joel Embiid, you need a guard to take it to the rack or hit an outside shot, not a center. And it doesn't mean Joe can't be valuable to a playoff run, but it's got to be – I don't even want to say it has to be Maxey. It can be any three of them. I don't care which one. But you need guards to go get it in the postseason and regular season.
The main concern is you can't have turnovers. Right, that's what it is. Is you need to have a guy that you trust that's going to have the ball and make the right play. Whether you hit the shot or miss the shot, that's a whole nother thing. But you need to create a good shot. I don't see Joel doing that in the playoffs. I've never seen him do that late game playoffs. I don't trust him to do it. That's why I want Maxey to have the ball this year.
Yeah, I think like what you said is the important part. A lot of down the stretch.
Yep.
Is what's being talked about, not throughout the game, but down the stretch. I think it's more of a guard-driven league. It doesn't mean he can't get big buckets down the stretch either. I don't think anybody's not saying that, but it has to, it has to run through the guards, and the guards have to power it. When he gets opportunity, he's got to take advantage of them. But it's got to start with the guards. It's got to start with those three guys, and they got to come to play. When you get to that point of the year, we're not even there yet, right? But when we get there to the poll question, a lot of basketball still to be played. Little bit of a West Coast trip coming up.
What do they got coming? Yeah, what do they got coming up?
Well, they got Kings tomorrow.
And then they hit the road, right?
Saturday, and then I think they go out west after that.
I would have liked to.
Is that Pelican game's home?
Yeah.
Is that a 7? Is that a late game? Because I think the Flyers play at noon.
Flyers got a 12:30 game, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a doubleheader at the Xfinity Mobile. Jesus.
Is that what they call it now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it's called? Cool.
It's always the Wells Fargo to me.
It's the gray. It's gray now. I noticed that.
Always the Spectrum.
Gray.
Well, that's not even the Spectrum. I mean, if you want to go way back, it's really the first Union Center. That's where
First Union Center.
Wachovia.
The Wachovia
Center. Now it's
we'll see what is going to happen with trades. I think trades are going to be a factor this year with the East. What's going to happen, obviously, with Giannis? That's the big move that everyone's waiting for. Sounds like Golden State
ship
has
them
a
out
nice
west.
little package. Yeah, sounds
Ship
like they
them out
have a
west.
nice little package.
Get him out of here.
The Knicks obviously have been wanting him for a couple of years now.
that would be a mistake for the Knicks, in my opinion.
I think 100%. Yeah.
They're gonna have to give up too much. And then they're going to have.
It's got to start with Cat, right? You're obviously giving up Cat to start, and then you're adding like a Deuce McBride, another young kid, and then picks, right? So you're right. The
swaps, yeah.
How much does that disrupt? Like, how much does giving up McBride disrupt your rotation?
Then you're just top heavy.
Yeah.
And Giannis doesn't even play that much anymore.
You trust Giannis or Joel in the playoffs? That's give me Giannis.
But we're not talking about Giannis to the Sixers.
No, I would be. Because
you have to give up Matt. You'd have to give up VJ, and there's no shot.
I'm giving up VJ for him.
Oh,
no.
Oh,
Here we go. Get him, Tom.
No.
Get him.
No, I'm not giving up VJ.
You can't. You can't. That's not even a debate.
That's crazy talk at this point.
He can't even drink
We're here
yet.
for championships.
He can't even drink yet.
I don't think that's a
He
championship.
can't even drink yet, the kid.
I don't think that's a championship.
Do you think he turns into a Hall of Famer? Like I can't say that yet.
I can't
don't
say
know.
Giannis
They don't let
player
anybody into the Hall of
won a
Fames
championship.
anymore, so I don't know.
I can't say Giannis is the same player he was when he won a championship. That's the conversation.
Oh, he's absolutely not.
At 31
No,
years
he's
old.
Absolutely not.
So that's why I don't make the trade. If he's still, top of the world, when you consider him a top 1 or 2 player in the world, then maybe we can have a conversation. But he's not there anymore. So And so it's obviously becomes health, right? Becomes a little bit of a factor. And, I think the league sort of, I don't want to say caught up to him a little bit, but I think they know how to defend him a little bit more. And there's things he can't do, and they try to make him do it. And I think that's where we're at with Giannis. I think he's a good player. I think he's an all-star caliber player for sure. But I'm good. That's a pass. I'll pass. You got to give me somebody that
Kevin
I
Durant
with the next 5 years too, because I got a guard. I got a guard that's looking to have somebody with him because he's 25. So, and I think you would ruffle a lot of feathers with that specific guard if you traded VJ too. I do believe that. I do believe that wouldn't be good locker room move for the future when it comes to Tyrese.
How long do we have Joel and PG? PG's only a couple of years, right? This year, next year?
2 after this year, I think, PG. Last year, this year, and 2 more.
2 more?
That's not great.
Yeah. The other problem, too, when you look at that, is just like we're talking about the Knicks, right? You would just crush your depth at the guard position because Grimes is on a 1-year deal. McCain, we saw the struggles he went through. Last night was a really good, show, but he's been a shell of himself since he's come back from injury from when he started his career, right? So you're going from what, this year you're looking at a position of power and position of depth and quality depth, and then you just get rid of him for, like Tommy was saying, a shell of the guy. And I've never been the biggest Giannis fan, so like anything to him is a no to me. I think he's severely overrated, but I'm not giving up the number 3 overall pick or number 2, whatever he was, for him at this point in the career. And he's become a head case. I
agree with you there.
Like no one held a gun to your head to sign to Milwaukee, and now all of a sudden you want to be out. You did that willingly, just like Trouty, right? Like just like Trouty. No one held a gun to your head to sign for $800 billion to go back to the Angels.
It's like
but
Miles
now that's
Garrett.
the bed you
Miles
made.
Garrett too.
Right? It's the bed you made. Yeah, there you go. There's another one, Rob. Miles Garrett. I mean, I guess the only difference in that is what the NBA, the team you're with can offer you more, right? So I guess that's the only leverage point.
But a guy like that when he signed that though, he could have been like, "You're going to sign me because you can sign me for more, and then you're going to trade me to the Lakers or the Thunder or the wherever he wanted to go."
Yeah. Again, I'm not in the trade market right now for anything to mess up the 2 young players that I'm trying to build around for the future. I know we're in championship mode, but we've done all the rest. Yeah. We've tried the in-season trades. We've done a little bit of everything to try to put us over the hump, and it hasn't gotten us there. So, I'm gonna sit this one out in terms of like I'm gonna give VJ time to grow with Tyrese and give them time to put the pieces around those 2 guys too, as time goes on. But I think they're good enough to win together. And I'll take that chance. Doesn't mean it's right.
Yeah.
No. Right.
What about the rumors of that they have Andre Drummond on the block, and they're looking to get rid of Drummond with the perception of trying to get under the luxury tax?
Well, that's stupidity. Because then you're playing Russian roulette for Joel now.
Yeah. I was just about to say, what if Joel goes down? Drummond's a big asset to have. You can't take that risk.
You don't like Bona? You don't like Bona to step in for Joel?
I do, but I don't like him for 30 minutes a game.
Yeah.
You like Drummond for that?
No, but I like them each for 17, 18.
Yeah, exactly.
The one thing Drummond does, though, that this team obviously always desperately needs is rebound the basketball.
Yep.
True.
And even in his 10 minutes a night or his 5 minutes a night, guys going to rip down. We always talk about Joel being a point per minute guy, right? Drummond's a rebound per minute guy. The guy's just going to clean up on the boards. I'm with you guys. I think it's insane that a guy that fits this team so well in terms of depth, in terms of insurance to the big fella. I think it's crazy that for the $5 million that he's making, where the rumor is and the thought process behind the rumor is, he's on the block. That's not a rumor,
Right.
but like the reasonings behind it that they're trying to free up money to get under a luxury tax, I think is just absolutely asinine.
Rather look to get rid of a guy like Grimes. If that's what you're doing,
No.
I would rather get rid of a guy like I'm not doing it. Don't get me wrong. But if you are dead set as management to get under the luxury tax, I think Grimes is the better play than Drummond.
Why are we trying to get under the luxury? We got some juice for the first time in year. We're trying to get under the luxury tax.
Because Josh
Again,
Harris is a scumbag.
Well, he is a scumbag. He shouldn't be allowed to own all those teams. It's a conflict of interest. I know it's not a conflict of interest by definition, but how come he cares so much about every single one of them except the Sixers? I hate that guy.
Yeah, I don't care about anybody.
I could be wrong in it, but doesn't it open up money for next year to have a better contract? You could sign a bigger contract for like your supplement player.
What, like it rolls
next
over?
Year? Yes.
Like rolls over almost?
Yeah.
That's the question. I'm not sure. I don't pay enough attention.
I don't know.
To that stuff.
I think that's why you stay under the luxury tax, is because then you can go over it next year with a contract. I know there's a percentage and everything that you're not allowed to go over, but I do believe right now, because we're over, we don't have that extra contract that we can go sign a guy, for a $5 million or $6 million or whatever that percentage is. We're not going to be able to do that. As in, if we get under this year, we will be able to do that.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd have to.
I'm good.
What up, Donnie? But
yeah,
in that scenario, it's interesting in a thought process of maybe keeping Grimes, right? I don't know if that money matches, right? Because Grimes is, I think he's making 15 a year. He was wanting 25 in the off season. That's why that whole thing worked out as it did. Obviously, like you said, John, whatever percentage that is, I don't know if that works for it. But in that mode, maybe I can understand it. But I can't do it for Drummond, though.
Right.
I can't do it for Drummond just because he's so impactful for what we need. Even with Joel. Joel's never been a great rebounder. That's not a knock. He's just never been. But that's what makes Drummond so impactful to this team. And I think Joel needs it. Obviously, Joel called him. He said, "Yo, I need your ass back here. Get over it." Yeah. Donnie boy, what up, brother?
Yeah, I think it helps.
Maybe, Don.
I'm not trying to get rid of him, but I don't know. I think as soon as you get rid of him, Joel goes down.
Yes.
Oh, it would be clockwork.
Absolutely.
There'd be a lot of questions also, too, are you playing for this year or is management already moved on to next year? And that's the question that I have right now is I feel like this year's the window, right? You're going to have Jaylen Brown, who is an MVP possibly this year, and you're getting an MVP back next year in Jason Tatum. There ain't going to be a better duo in the league than those two. I don't want to go up against them with an elderly Joel MPG. Like, this is the year. I'm going all in this year.
Yeah, I agree, disagree. I think Tatum's maybe was a overrated player in the NBA, but that's a me thing. Brown's my guy over there. But I've always had a Tatum thing. I think it's gonna be interesting to see how they coexist now. That's where I'll say to you. So I'm not willing to sacrifice something to win right now. That doesn't mean like luxury tax wise. That just meant in general. You know what I mean? Like I'm not willing to sacrifice a big asset to win right now because of Jason Tatum.
And Tatum was Achilles, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he might never be this. I mean, there's no lock that he comes back from that. You guys are counting in. I mean, John, you're counting like Halliburton coming back like 100% right away as Tyrese Halliburton. He might never be Tyrese Halliburton again. Jason Tatum might not be Jason Tatum again. Like,
you're right, but I do know Joel Embiid's not going to be Joel Embiid. right?
Maybe.
PG's
I mean,
not going to be PG.
Well, I mean, you're stuck with that
that
was
is what it is.
determined. That's been determined way before this year.
But can
that
you say
we're
Maxey
gonna
will
have
be better
those guys.
next year than he is this year? Can you feel
I hope
confident
so.
in that?
Yeah, I hope so.
What about,
I think
what about
VJ
VJ?
would be a lot
And I
better.
think that's where you gotta wrap your head around. That's what's hard about this year. You know, specifically as a fan, like you're halfway in, but you're rebuilding in a way too. So, but you're rebuilding around two young pups. That's a fun rebuild. So that's the year we're in. They, both of them have taken steps that are huge. Tyrese Maxey turned himself into an all-star starter. Okay, VJ got a jump shot, right? Came in ready to work, and you think the only guy who flew in here and Tyrese Maxey met and said, "That's the guy I want." And we talked about this on the show before, Greg, but that's the facts of it. So knowing that his work ethic, knowing what VJ's work ethic is, knowing that those two had a synergy together, and that's who he wanted the Sixers to draft on draft night, that tells me a lot about what the organization feels about Tyrese Maxey, one. And two, what Tyrese Maxey feels about VJ is all I need to know about the pick. And then you get the reports like, hey, first day of camp, he wants to, or as soon as he gets drafted, he wants to fix his shot. And you're like, okay, we got it.
And he fixed it. That dude's lighting it up.
Just shoot. Just go to the gym and shoot.
He had a monster
the
three
ball.
there in the third quarter, fourth quarter. He had a monster three that was pivotal to keeping us up. I think it was double digits during one of those stretches where we, play bad, whatever, right? And he just, it was a corner three and he just buried it. It was very much needed, and it was awesome to see because he shut me up, right? Because
I wish he would chuck a little more, Greg. Like even if you're going bad, even if you're 2 for 10 and you're open, we're kind of open, where you can create something, dude, chuck it up.
But
Who?
the difference though
DJ.
with him though is he can get to the rim. So he doesn't have to
yes.
settle, right? I'm with you. Like I would love to see him take more of an aggressive role and continue to shoot. But he's so quick, and again, something totally underrated from his time as Baylor was his handle. But he could get to the rim, so he doesn't need to settle for chucking it up, Rob. But yes, I agree with you, Tommy. I think we've been on shows together where we want him to shoot more, especially when last night where Maxey's not on. Maxey's not there. Thankfully, Paul George was unconscious last night. But yeah,
Maxey will shoot himself out of it eventually. So like the Knicks game, Maxey was horrendous, and then in the fourth quarter, when you thought they were down and out, Maxey's taking over the game. He's taking it to the rack. He's getting at the fall. Then he's hitting some jump shots.
Yeah,
these guys get hot and they're unconscious. All of them. They're all freaks.
Yeah. What's it like to have that kind of talent, right? I'll never know. 7
assistant coaches behind the bench. You got all these people, right? You know who the hot hand is, babe. You know what I mean? Like we should know who the hot hand is in the game. I can sit here and be like, "Hey, there's the hot hand tonight," right? And even if my goddamn eyes aren't working for some reason, I can go to a box score and be like, "What's he shooting?" Oh, in a world of fucking analytics, everybody knows how everybody's playing. So can we in a half? Can we say to the coach "Oh, hey coach, he's shooting"? Oh, that's information I want to know as a coach, because now I'm going to design second half maybe a little different. Maybe I'm going to run some plays for VJ. Maybe I'm going to run some plays for Quentin Grimes. Maybe I'm going to get different rotations in to see if that doesn't spark something, right? And I think that's some of the stuff that I don't know if that's ever talked about. It probably is, but it feels like it isn't. Like, hey, let's run some plays for him. Like, oh, we don't have any, coach. But, we don't have. The whole NBA is dribble, screen. Do they switch? Do they not? Do you like your matchup? Oh, let's try to get into it again.
Yeah. The other side of it too, though, is sometimes Nurse doesn't even know who's playing every night. So it's tough to get, tough to buy into all that when, all right, I'm going to give Maxey all the shots in games that Joel doesn't play, and then Joel's going to come in and take all the shots that when he's in the game, so it's tough. It's tough. I don't envy Nurse in that scenario.
It's not that hard, Greg. It's not that hard.
No, Greg said it. That's the whole point of this whole
It's
thing.
not
We've been
that hard.
talking
It's
for
not
30
that
minutes now, and it is going to come down to, in the playoffs, who takes the shot, who has the ball. We now have all acknowledged Maxey needs to hit more shots and take more shots. VJ needs to take more shots. And we all know in the playoffs, it's going to be Joel Embiid's show because it's his team.
I don't think
And
that's
that's
true.
why
I don't know if that's
disagree
true
with
think you're
anymore.
wrong.
I don't
Yeah.
agree with that.
That's the
Of
one thing I
course it's
disagree
true.
with. I disagree with you, John, because I think
That's Maxey's
I
team.
hope so.
I think he's made it clear that it's not, that he doesn't, like, I don't think he treats it like that.
Until
the
I
key
see
is
it,
I
to
think
give-
I
I
don't
think
believe
that
it.
that's why they're so successful this season, and the new guys, Maxey and Edgecombe, have been integrated so well. Is that Paul George and Joel Embiid have done a fantastic job setting their egos aside and letting the kids take over, because they're not there every night, and they're gonna get nicked up, and they're gonna get banged up, and they're gonna miss games. And
The regular season of basketball is the least most important thing in all of sports. It's playoff time. Are they going to put those egos aside when it's national television and the lights are on them? I want to see that because I don't believe it yet.
Well, yeah, we're not gonna have that answer then until obviously playoffs, right?
No.
But
Yep.
yeah, I mean, they've shown it all night. And the other thing in the playoffs too is, again, we got a long way to get there, but no back-to-backs, right? So we don't have to
Sure.
worry about a struggling or a juggling lineup per se, because you guys are going to be in it, especially if we stay out of that play-in game. I think they have back-to-backs in the play-in tournament, right? If you
I don't
lose
even
that
think
first
they
one,
do
They
it.
do. Yeah. Yeah.
But
I
Maybe
think
if you lose,
that's the. But in the playoffs, there's no back-to-backs, or it's limited, right? It might be one. So everything so far this year, though, is they have turned that corner and moved that basketball to Tyrese, and that's all we can go off of right now.
Yeah, but that's
You're right.
that's the problem. Nobody wants to have this conversation, and Tyrese is my guy. So I watch too many Sixers games when I have opportunities. So, and I see it. He's a speed guy, right? He's based off of speed. He's not a great create his own shot yet. Now he can by getting downhill and getting around you. But he's really good in the pick and roll game. He's really good in situations like that. So if you're talking about like the last 4 minutes of a game, sometimes I feel like he can't get the basketball. Like he's just face guarded and they can't get him the ball. And I've seen it too many times. This is VJ's show. I'm telling y'all, PG and VJ have to fucking be able to take guys off the dribble. And I believe both can. PG's the guy we're not even talking about. That's the crazy part. Like, we don't even talk about him because it's whatever. But that is the guy. That is the guy that can create his own shot in those last 4 or 5 minutes. The other guy who can do it is VJ because he's so damn athletic that he can get by anybody. And he's got a good enough handle to get by people. He just doesn't trust it yet. So you don't have that. That goes back to the guard conversation. The last 4 minutes, you don't have that guy in a one-on-one game if that's what you're looking for. Because the only guy you have in the one-on-one game, in my opinion, in the true one-on-one game, is Paul George.
PJ,
This minute. That's it. And Joel Embiid. So when we talk about him not getting the ball in the fourth quarter, it's hard not to run the offense still through him to get Tyrese Maxey open. That's where Tyrese Maxey has benefited from Joel Embiid still to this day. Is because you need the other guy around you because he gets face guard. I'm telling you, I watch it. It doesn't mean he doesn't have good fourth quarters. Doesn't mean he doesn't have great games. I just see in the fourth quarter, Kelly's not good one-on-one now. Like, he's good physical downhill. I'm talking about one-on-one that can get any shot they want. That's what I'm talking about. No matter who's defending you, you can get off a shot you want. Without just settling for a three. Right? So that's what I'm looking for. And listen, he's gotten his game better every year. So this isn't an indictment. This is something I think he's going to continue to work on and grow. And it might even continue to happen this year, right? Finding ways and learning how are they game planning for you and how can you make adjustments to their game plan. All right, which also hurts when you have different guys in and out for sure. To keep it 100 here. But that's the one thing I see with Tyrese where I'm like, okay, well, were running through him, rightfully so, in that last 4 minutes. But is he good? Is he good enough one-on-one? You know what I mean? In those spots? Not that he can't, but is he elite in that part of his game?
No, but I would rather it be him than Joel. That's my only thing is give me VJ, give me PG, give me Maxey, give me someone else than the book I've read the past 6 years, which I know doesn't end with us walking down Broad Street.
Well, the only debate about the book we've read for the last 6 years is he's never been healthy. That's the only debate. So, like, turnovers are going to be a part of that.
You know he's been a turnover machine. You know it.
Every good player in the league turns the ball over a lot. That's just how
Not
it
in
is.
the fourth quarter. Not in crunch time. Not in crunch time.
I mean, okay. Like, I can't argue Joel Embiid's shortcomings in the playoffs because they've been too numerous to count. But
that's where you're looking for
like,
Tyrese Maxey, VJ Edgecombe, and Paul George and the list of guards this basketball team has. You know, you're hoping for Jared McCain to start to come together. He's starting to look good the last 2 games. The only good thing out of Charlotte is it got Jared McCain going. All right, and we could use that because you can use another guard that can shoot the 3 and can get downhill and can create shots off the dribble. And is a true guard. So
I think no conscience.
You need more in this league, and that's what we were banking on, and that's what excites me. So those things excite me. So I think the offense has to be ran through Joel Embiid in the fourth quarter of a playoff game. But here, what I mean by that, like it's not ran. Like you want to work still inside out. You still want to be able to get enough inside out action to create a double team to open up space. So that's where you're playing Russian roulette, Johnny, right? Because you got to go to him. He's the only guy that's going to get double. So how do you not go to him? Like that. So that's where you're playing. Like, is he good enough is he getting smart enough? 31 years old. But is he getting smart enough to be able to see out of the double team well enough and react? I think at times this year, he showed growth of that at times, right? I've also watched him fall into it too, the turnover machine. Like he hasn't gone away, but I've seen better signs of it. Doesn't mean we're going to see when pressure's on and it's cook time and you're in playoff time, you know, do you panic when the double comes? But I think he's been doing a better job of it. Because I think he knows he's got the shooters around him and the players around him to win.
True. This is the first year that he's really had the talent around him to make them be better players and let them succeed. So maybe he has learned that way that he can pass out of a double team.
Yeah, use me to help you guys. Like use me because they're going to come for me. Like late in games, if I get the basketball, they're coming for me. And listen, I think he trusts these kids. I do. I think they all love each other, man. I think they let this become Tyrese Maxey's team. And listen, you can see how they react when they play together. Like these guys have fun together. These guys are rooting for each other. And you just got to keep getting the chemistry. Got to keep getting the chemistry together so they can win 2 rounds in the playoffs. Usually you're like, hey, we get the chemistry guy. We get down broad.
We get the broad. No, we're just looking for that 3rd series.
Please let me get to the championship. That's all I want.
All right. Well,
I think my last thing, I think you do see some of that too in the fourth quarters. Like all the action at the top of the key between Maxey and Joel is to get Maxey free. And then what Joel does is go off of what the defense does with Maxey, right? It's not like old years where Joel's just taking it, letting the guys run away, and then jacking threes. He's trying to weave in and out or have Maxey weave in and out to get him open, and then he's got to react from there. You know, so I think we are starting to see those types of scenarios permeate here in regular season, which hopefully gives us
translates to the
playoffs, right?
I mean, the guy's an all-star starter. He's begging for Joel Embiid to be an all-star. Like, we know whose team this is now. And the greatest part of it is the guy whose team it was never able to get over the hump by himself, essentially, air quote, right? And sometimes guys that come to realizations. And the realization is you're still a great player, but I need other great players around me. I need the young guys around me. I need the great guards around me. And you don't mind it being somebody else's team. Right? I mean, the way they talk, the way Paul George and Joel Embiid talked about feeling bad for Tyrese Maxey early on this year because he was taking the whole load on himself and they weren't out there enough, I think says a lot about those two guys and their veteran egos on the basketball court. That doesn't mean guys don't want theirs. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying because they wouldn't be great if they didn't or been great at one point in their career. Right? So we're all on the same page there. But what I'm saying is that if you're willing to give up the torch but still be great and to get to where you want to get to, it says a lot about you if that's the truth. Feels like it is. We'll find out.
A lot of it is just exactly what you said. Are you willing to give up that quote unquote self greatness to have team greatness?
But this doesn't start on the court, though.
Yes.
Yeah, but this doesn't. The crazy thing about this is psychologically, like this doesn't start on the court. All right, this starts off the court. This starts in the locker room. This starts with things like that. This starts when you're talking about it now. A kid become a sort of a veteran in this league now and getting these accolades and getting the confidence and lead them by example, lead them by work ethic, right? And I think the things he said about Joel in the past locked Joel in on better habits, right? And you need to get checked sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay, you need to. I mean, he grew up in a loser organization. So you're going to need to get checked sometimes. And I'm glad he listened. That's the difference. Because if he didn't, one of them wouldn't be here. You're right. That's how that would work. Yep. Like, there wouldn't be this. It would be they hate each other. They're never going to get along. The great thing about it is Joel was like, yep, I got to do better. Right? So it wasn't like, oh, that's all, the world we live in. No, that's his fault. No, they were able to come together because they want to win. So when you have two guys who want to win and they talk about each other's games after every year, we get eliminated. He got better this year at this. I saw what he did. I want to do that. Like, we listened to it. So there's a constant competition of everybody growing their game inside this locker room, and it starts with Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I stand on this. I'll die on this damn hill that Tyrese
Maxey. I hope it finishes with Maxey, too. Tyrese
Maxey and VJ Edgecombe will win a championship for the city of Philadelphia. I'm going to die on that hill. At some point, I'm not talking about this year. I'm saying at some point, those guys are going to win a championship here. And I'm going to tell you why. Because they're grinders. They're grinders. Absolute grinders. And when your leader is a grinder, you're going to get to where you want to get to. I'm telling you.
I bought a bunch of FVJ Edgecombe rookie cards on eBay this week. So
I've been buying cards with Cass. I've been buying cards with Cass. It's awesome again. Like, it's so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
My basketball cards. Like, I pulled a LeBron worth like $35. Like, fire me up. And he kept touching it. I said, knock it off. Knock it off. Why? I mean, they're not toys.
You can't put sponges on it. No sponges. Yeah. No fingerprints.
Yeah.
You got to get the gloves. You got to open with the gloves. I can't get into the modern cards. I have so many old school cards.
It got real.
It's all buying and trading.
Well, Fanatics owns everything.
Right down
This kid's a winner. These two guys are winners. And I'm talking about life. I'm talking about life winners, obstacle winners. Right? One wasn't a lottery pick. Turned himself into an all-star, starting all-star. Okay? The other came from the Bahamas and was living off a generator. So obstacles. I like obstacles. You know what I mean? I think it can mean something, hopefully.
They definitely build you for sure.
But I think they're both super talented. I think BJ's the X factor because I think his upside's off the charts. If year one's a sample size of what his upside is going to be, his numbers will shoot up to 25 points a game next year.
It's not even just the points, though. Are we talking about BJ still?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, that's common.
He does
growth.
Everything. He's going to be a walking triple double in 2 years.
Oh my God, he's so good. He's so good.
And not hollow like Russ.
Dude, I traded LaMelo Ball for him in my fantasy basketball league, and everyone
Did you?
laughed at me. I'm like, okay, well, LaMelo's ankles are glass, and this kid gets it's like a cat. You know how the categories work.
Yeah.
Like he does all the categories.
Fills them all up.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's close. You're right, no, Rob. He's close to as the kids call a walking bucket. He'll probably break that barrier next year, right? The walking bucket.
Dude, he's just so talented. And he can do everything. He's a great defender. He actually slows Brunson down when he D's up Brunson.
Yeah.
He does D up good too.
Right. And it starts on the defense end. He has a 1-2 there. And it's a 3-ball changes your whole game because now guys got to close out. And with his athleticism over time, and he keeps working on his game. I mean, he's Anthony Edwards on steroids to me. Like that's where he's at, athleticism wise.
Oh man, look, now I'm just.
Let me ask one question to you guys real fast. Can you guys remember or name a team that has had 4 potential guys that can take the ball and get us bucket at any point, like we have here this year? Like I can't name a team like that has 4 guys like this.
What, like the Warriors when they were not fair?
Well, Warriors only had 2 really that can score. They never had. Well, I guess with KG or KD those years, maybe 3, but I've never had 4 guys because there's really only one ball. That's my point. There's only one ball and there's only one shot per possession. That's the concern.
That's why you don't trade Drummond. He can get you 2 shots. Keep him. Stay over that tax or under the tax, whatever they got to be.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Warriors team. I mean, you had Steph
Thompson,
Clay,
Steph
Clay, KD, and
I mean Draymond at the time.
Draymond, that was in Draymond's prime, so you got to count him.
Yeah, but how many shots did they realistically take? Like, between Clay and Draymond, they didn't really shoot. They didn't shoot 20 times a game. Like,
well, no, none of these guys are either. Steph and KD took all the shots.
You're making your own point, John, because it's not possible.
I'm not making my point. Well, who's going to take the shots? It's the same story. I was saying that for 40 minutes.
Talk about it for 53 minutes. I think it's got to be a guard, and you think it's got to be Joel Embiid because he's the alpha male.
I want Maxey. I want Maxey to take control. I just don't remember a team constructed like this that has had that type of offensive power and where to go with it and how it's not going to be an even, hey, you get a shot here, you get a shot here, you get a shot here. There's got to be a guy, right? Like Steph was the guy in that. Tim Duncan was the guy with the big 4 for San Antonio when they had Robinson, Duncan, Parker, Ginobili, all those guys. Somebody has to be the guy.
I think the guy starts on a different night. Like, I mean, I think you can make the case for all those teams on what night, what matchups look like on who was, getting more production.
Right.
Because you see it, like when the Sixers play a big man that stinks out loud, they give him the ball more. Like he gets in the post more, it's just it's how it works. I don't know. It's weird. But it is hard.
I'm the only one that has this concern, though, I guess.
Well, I mean, I think they missed so many games that it sort of like evens all their numbers out in a weird way. I think the tricky part is when they all play together.
Right. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
And that's why it has to happen more so they can continue to grow from it.
Yeah.
And I think they have. I mean, they look good when they do play together. When all 4 of them on the court, it's definitely a good product.
It's definitely the best team in the East on paper.
Yeah, paper-wise. And there's other teams out there that got 4 guys who can fill it up for sure. we just don't see it enough, but those teams do, right? But still, like to your point, like we have the ability to go beat teams. We do. We're good enough. We're good enough.
Which is what excited us going into the year, right? We thought we could have 3-4 guys pushing that 15 plus, 30 plus on the high end, right? Because we didn't know obviously coming in that VJ was going to be such a stud. You didn't realize he was going to translate from day one. You thought there'd be a little bit, and he comes and drops 35 night one. Yeah, that's fun.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, cool story, bro.
Yeah, you can't shoot. Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Shut me up.
But
I was
yeah,
at the Houston game.
It's a night to night
watching
basis
it.
with this team.
And what he did to KD defensively, him and Oubre, man, that was fun to watch. I would buy tickets to go see that every single night.
Yeah, I think, dude, when they're healthy and this whole lineup's healthy, they're good. And it's just figuring out who plays well with who. Because they're deep. They are deep. They got guys off the bench who can score.
Yeah.
Like, they have the ability to really just play the hot group on a night. But they got to figure that stuff out. And that's where they're at right now, right? Is trying to figure that stuff out before the end of the year. And play more together. So we'll see. Hopefully they figure it out before the Eagles do. Or hopefully the Eagles figure it out before they do. Because we're still without an offensive coordinator. And I can be honest with you guys. I don't know. I'm not the guy who's like, whoa, this isn't ideal. Because I don't believe people didn't want to come here. I don't think that's the case. I think McDaniels is a pussycat, and the LA lifestyle fits him perfectly. Okay, and it's just all shapes and sizes. And we'll just keep trying
Tom,
to
the
that.
dabs to Tennessee over here is puzzling. That's what has my eyebrows a little raised here, because he got turned down in Buffalo. They went with Joe Brady, and then I thought he was holding out for the Vegas job, but I guess they told him no. And then he went to Tennessee over here for the offensive coordinator. What's going on there? He's got a background with quarterbacks. He's got a background with Jalen. I don't understand how I don't know how Brian Dable could come to the conclusion that he has a better chance of getting a head coaching job as the offensive coordinator in Tennessee as opposed to Philadelphia. All of our guys get jobs. So I don't know what's that's has me a little irked, to be honest with you. Starts to make me think that some of those rumors that we dismissed last week, there might be something going on. Now you got Schefter throwing shade with his foreshadowing on 97.5 The Fanatic. Today or yesterday.
Interesting.
I think it's Stoutland. I think they're going to let Stoutland go when the new guy gets. I mean,
Jeff Stoutland next week. That's new news too to me as well, right? Like, I didn't realize they took the run game from Stoutland this year.
Wow.
Yeah, he was run game and offensive line coach.
Yeah.
Both were.
Rumors are they took the run game from him, the run game coordinator from him, and just let him be the offensive. But it seems weird because he was just as involved on the sidelines when you see it.
They took it away during the season, or they announced it and I missed it?
And during the season.
Took it away during the season.
During the season, okay.
That's what McLean says, right?
He's always got a lot to say.
He does.
None of it usually is ever true.
But so real quick on Dable though, I don't think it's that big of a question mark to me, right? Because you're going to a defensive head coach who's going to give you full autonomy of the offense with a rookie, with a second year guy that you think that you can work with. Now, I'm not saying he didn't think he could work with here, but there's obviously more pressure here than there is in Tennessee, right? So when you go work under Saleh, who through reading other things, he has a really good relationship with, he's going to have full autonomy of that offense because Saleh is a defensive guy. And we also got to remember who the organization that we root for is. Jeffrey Lurie loves information. So, like, for me, I don't see it as a huge issue that we don't have anybody right now because Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman love to just compile notes, right? They might have a guy that they're ready to go. They just want to keep talking to people to compile more notes. I mean, didn't Jeffrey Lurie say something about with Chip Kelly or somebody with voluminous notes? The binders or whatever the phrase he used. But that's who Jeffrey Lurie is. They don't make rash decisions. They make calculated decisions based off of information. So
they're gathering information while all the guys are getting grabbed up. And wasn't our criticism going in? Wasn't the main excuse I heard and why Kevin Tula was here is they were the last dog at the bowl. Well, guess what? Now you're making your notes, and all these guys that I like are.
But there's guys that just became available, right? All the guys in the Rams and the Broncos just became available. All the guys in Seattle and New England aren't even available right now. I mean, they might be for this week, right? But we also got to remember we're still playing football. There's still teams out there, and they might want to talk to those guys, whether they hire them or not. They want to talk to them.
There be a fear also.
Something's fishy. Something's fishy.
I don't know what it is. With Rob on this is more on the lines of, hey, we've heard now Lurie and Roseman come out and say Petula was Sirianni's guy, right? That it was a Sirianni pick. Do they want to put their hands, what we've heard in the past, in the play calling, in the decision making a little bit more than what maybe a true offensive coordinator should be doing, is making all the play calls and making all the substitution packages and all that? Like, I don't know if I want Lurie and Roseman making that type of decision, right? I don't want them to find their guy that is going to be a yes man more than I want the guy that's going to lead this team in the way that this roster is constructed.
Possible.
I mean, I don't know how. I think the roster is going to look different next year. I do.
I don't think very much offensively, unless the decision next week is Lane Johnson's retiring. Right? That's one of the thoughts out there. Is Lane retiring? The new one I heard today was Vic retiring, which I think would be complete malpractice that you let Christian Parker go to Dallas.
He's definitely the Dallas coordinator, right?
Yeah, he left.
He's gone.
So if you had any inclination that Vic's retiring, you don't let Christian Parker out the door.
Well, to your point, though, they don't make rash decisions, and they take all these notes. So I'm pretty confident it's not that.
I agree.
I think Vic would tell him, like, in camp, like, this is it. I'm giving you one, and then that's it. So start getting your ducks in a row. This I'm done. I would have kept. I posted on my socials, like, I would say first off, it's Dallas because they didn't let us interview one of their coaches for our job. So I would tell them to go kick rocks when it comes to talking to our guy.
Christian Parker,
he's great. He looks.
There's a huge reason why that secondary was so good.
And, like, just tell him, like, stay here. Here's some extra money, and when Vic goes, here you are, DC, right here in Philadelphia, with the same guys you've been developing and have been really successful with.
Because I know the other guy that they regretted losing a few years ago was the guy that Harbaugh just hired up in New York, was that Denard Wilson. He was in the Eagles room, and they didn't want him to go, but he moved on. He went to Baltimore, I think, and then he's now the DC in New York. So yeah, Schefter, of course. I mean, what a scumbag.
He says it's in a way where he can never be wrong, too.
Yeah, exactly. But so it's Lane, it's Vic, Stoutland, right? There's been more rumors around Stoutland this year than I've heard previous seasons. I don't think it's AJ because we're still playing. You can't do anything.
Can't do anything with AJ now.
You can't. I don't think. Me personally, I don't think you can do anything with AJ. Period. But
No, you can.
you can't do it now though. To the point, like you're not
Definitely
announcing
can.
that. You're not announcing that next week that you're trading AJ Brown. You don't even have an offensive coordinator. Like I think our offensive coordinator.
It's going to be something stupid, Greg. Like
It might be
Eagles,
the last one I heard
Eagles
right
are-
before coming on here was a stadium. Like that's where these guys are. That's where Jeffrey Lurie's head is.
Oh, I hope they're building a new stadium. Hope they're building.
That's the last one I heard. I think it was
It's already done,
Chase
apparently.
Senior.
Don't.
That's when I heard that.
It's already done, apparently.
Don't. Yeah.
They're
don't.
knocking
Is that
down
what you
the-
heard?
They're knocking down the Jethro lot and they're putting it right back there. That's where the new stadium's going to be. They're knocking down all those warehouses there, and that's where it's going to be.
And it's going to
And
be a
they're
dome.
building. It's going to be a huge super mall, pretty much. That's going to be connected to Xfinity Live. Xfinity Live is going to be the bar. Xfinity Live is going to be the main hub, and then they're going to put whole rows of covering the whole entire street, all going to be shopping centers. They're moving the Xfinity Center all the way to the back to 95 Highway in the parking lot, and they're moving the link all the way back to the Jethro lot.
They're moving the bar.
No, the bar's staying. It's going to be the central
It's
hub.
the
of all
Xfinity.
of
You
this.
said the Xfinity Center. Which one is that?
The Xfinity bar. The Xfinity bar is the live. I guess on stateside now.
Right.
Is staying there, and they're going to build off of that shopping centers.
Gotcha.
And then they're moving the arenas back towards 95.
Cool.
Interesting.
I'm in, and it's a dome.
I'm in.
And it's a
Yeah,
dome.
I mean, it's a huge waste of money, but yeah, I'm in.
They're going to get it back though, because he's going to get Super Bowls. He wants.
You'll get
he
Super
wants-
Bowls.
he
You'll get
wants
more
shit here.
concerts. Yeah.
Dude, he'll get Final Four. He'll
He
get
wants UFCs. He wants
like
WrestleManias.
he might get. I mean, the Orange Bowl it's a bad example because it's played at literally the Orange Bowl, but he'll be in the running for one of those games, maybe.
If they change up, yeah.
Apparently that's already a done deal.
What, retractable or
Retractable.
love it? Love the option.
Cool.
Love the option.
Options are good.
Love options in
Good.
January. Hey, we're gonna
Yeah, so like no wind can come into the sides and mess up the extra points, so we can't kick a field goal to go overtime against the Niners.
still be playing, maybe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
You up it too well. You figured it out.
Well, let me ask you guys this about the Eagles before we move on. Like,
Well, Patullo just kicked his
am
job
I
back.
No. Like, do we agree? Like,
Not gonna
'cause
say I haven't said it.
Yeah,
Hey, false alarm.
yeah. 'Cause
JK,
a lot of people I talk to are just like, "Oh, Kevin Patullo's not going to be OC. Like, we're good." But I try and tell them, like, I don't know. Like, I think there's a few deeper things that need to get corrected before next season. Like, are you just running it back without Kevin Patullo as the offensive coordinator, or do you want to see some shuffling?
Well, what's shuffling?
think they have
What are you referring to? Like roster shakeups?
Not a roster shakeup, but like
Because your
Lane
offense is pretty much under
Set.
contract,
Yeah.
right? Except for Dallas, your right guard position, and whatever happens with Lane, right? Like those and wide receiver 3. Because everyone's under contract.
Yeah, you can't cut anyone because you would kill. Same thing with AJ. You can't get rid of AJ because you're just going to kill your cap.
someone's going to take AJ.
Still going to have to eat a lot of
I
that
don't
money.
care. I don't care. That guy's a fucking loser.
I tend to agree, but it's going to hurt
don't
this
care.
team in the long run.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't even care. I don't even care if it hurts the team's cap. I want that loser out of town. Can't win with them. You can't
just
win with
did.
a guy like that.
We just did.
We just did.
We just did.
You
We
can
went to
have
2
you-
Super
you
Bowls with
take
the
him on
guy.
your team. He's not worth the
Yeah.
trouble.
You can't say you can't win with them.
They didn't win because of him. That's why he's being a fucking asshole this year. They didn't win because of him. Tell you that. They would have won the Super Bowl without A.J. Brown on the team.
Not a shot.
Guaranteed.
So
Guaranteed.
Not a shot.
Guaranteed. They won the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball every game, and they rushed for the most yards in the whole league. You don't need A.J. Brown to do that. Sorry.
Yeah, you do.
Don't.
You need the threat. You need the threat of A.J. Brown. You do. Because you can't. I love the guy, but you cannot have Devontae Smith as your number one.
Yes,
you cannot.
You absolutely can.
He can't be the only threat.
You got to do something then. You can't go with. You can't just throw AJ around and play Jahan Dotson on the outside. You got to do something. You got to supplement while using the assets or money that you save from AJ Brown to improve other parts of your team.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't think so either. I don't think Devontae's a 100, 110 catch season guy. I think he's more of a
I disagree with that
security blanket more than
I'm not saying he can't be that guy, but you just can't have
AJ
no
is
threat.
That guy, though. AJ is that guy. Like, he is that volume guy that deserves to have 10 targets every game. He deserves it.
But he drops half of them.
That's
and then points the finger at everyone else. I can't have it. I can't. I'm not arguing that he's not good. He is good. I can't say that. I'd be a stunad. But that he's not worth the trouble. He's not worth the trouble.
So in between on this, I just laugh because depends what day you catch me on.
No, and those two they have
on Sunday night after that loss.
But that's the easy way. That's the easy textbook answer. You can't do that because it'll destroy your cat. If Howie wants to get rid of him, Howie's going to figure out how to get rid of him.
I don't disagree with you there. I just don't think he's trying to get rid of him.
He should be.
He's not a moron.
Then I'll be a moron on this topic. Then I'll be a moron. I don't care.
I'm not sitting here saying that he was a choir boy this year. I mean, he didn't cause any issues off the field. Well, okay, I can't even say that. But it wasn't like a major issue. It wasn't like he was, out late. He just talked on a stream, right? You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't maybe it was a little bit of a distraction, but he hasn't been that previously. This is the first year, and he was frustrated. He told us that. He told us that. He was right all along, whether we want to like it or not.
Yeah, just because he's right doesn't mean he has to point it out to everyone the whole time. Like, we know, we see, Devontae sees, Jalen sees, Saquon sees.
I hear you.
Sees, everybody sees.
I think there's levels to this. Yes. I agree with that completely. Like, there was no need for him to go anywhere and even bring it up, dude. This is like the CIA. All right, I'm going to hush, hush. This is how these good teams operate, babe. You don't operate by letting it get out there. No team ever comes back from those things in that year. In that year, I think when you talk about those types of dramas, and it was little, but it was not as little as you think when it became a big thing. Okay, so say where we want about it. How many teams go on and win those years? It's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard. So it absolutely was a distraction this year. And if we go back and we replay the season, we would probably see it more. Now, I don't think he's a bad teammate. I don't think there's any of those types of things. I think when you wear a C on your damn chest, you better be careful what you go do outside that building and what you say outside that building. If that's on Twitter or if that's on a stream. That's just the facts.
Sure.
That doesn't mean you're a bad teammate. That doesn't mean you were wrong. That doesn't mean that's a fireable offense. None of that stuff. But what it does mean is you ain't going to win this year now.
So
now, can you rebound from that? Absolutely, they can rebound from that because he is a guy who wears a C on his chest. So is he willing to shut down the platforms for those 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 games? Is he willing to do it? And if he does, then we can go win again. But that's something he's going to have to do. He's going to have to shut out the outside world. He has to do it. Because he's not emotional. He cares. But he'd be too willing to say something that can come back and just not bite this team because he's probably not going to be wrong, but that just doesn't need to circle the locker room. Because when your guy with a C starts talking and there's panic, it's not good. It's not good when C's on their chest have panic, and this is considered panic when you're like, oh, this isn't, it's not good. It's not good. This is the way it was done. You guys know what I mean.
Yeah. The main concern to me would be the X's and O's of it, right? I'm not getting rid of or even considering getting rid of A.J. Brown for whatever antics, came of this year, because I don't think Jalen Hurts is throwing open a Jahad Dotson. I don't think Jalen Hurts is throwing open a third-round draft pick this year at wide receiver. I need A.J. Brown because he gets open.
So you need AJ. What you're telling me is because you need A.J. Brown because you don't think the quarterback can throw the ball good enough.
Yes. I don't think anyone disagree with that.
Maybe you need to start asking questions about the quarterback, like I've been doing since the Chargers game. Now, he's going to be the quarterback. I don't hate Jalen at all, but he did not have a good season. So you're telling me the only way my quarterback can be successful is if he has an alpha like A.J. Brown?
I'm saying it helps.
That's any quarterback in the NFL.
Yes, right.
It's any quarterback. Again, we just watched Jalen throw the football a lot better than he did this. I'm not saying Jalen had a great year, right? These things, like multiple things can be true. Jalen had a bad year, sure. But we also, again, just won the Super Bowl with him throwing the football in that game.
Yeah, in that game.
We had the best offense in all of football that Super Bowl year, whether it was running or passing. We were the number one.
It's not like that's the only game he played well. You know what I mean? Like,
I get
his career.
I get it.
No, I don't think what Rob's doing is an attack on Jalen Hurts.
No.
But what I think Rob is saying is he needs to play better if we're gonna get back to that point again.
Sure.
As simple as that. He's got a Superman sometimes. And I don't think
having AJ Brown helps that.
Yeah, AJ Brown helps you for sure. Until he doesn't on Sunday, which we saw. So yeah, he does. But that's him mentally being it's his baggage checked at the airport. You know what I mean? That's what AJ Brown needs. He needs his bag checked at the airport, TSA pre-check. Get yourself in, get yourself out, and let's make sure we're ready to play football on Sundays or whatever the hell day the NFL wants to give you. Simple stuff. Simple common sense stuff. Be ready to play. He was not ready to play at times this year. Because I do believe this game's a mental sport when you're this great, and the mental sort of can change a lot. And when you're out on stuff and you've checked out because it's not working, it shows the last game you played. I would say the last quarter of the games he played, to be honest with you. Because the Chargers game, he had a terrible game too. So, I mean, I think that's what happened with him. I hope it's not a talent thing. Like, I hope it's not a start to a drop-off. You really hope that's not the case.
Yeah.
Because he is that good, and he makes us better, and he's going to be 28 years old. So, like, this isn't or 27, whatever he's going to be, 28 probably, I think. But this isn't some old guy that we should be trying to move away from either. We should be trying to make it right. And how you make it right goes back to the original conversation on who the hell is leading this offense at the coordinator position. Who out there do you still like and do you still believe can get this football team back to where it needs to get to? Who's that guy?
Matt Nagy.
I'm probably at Matt Nagy as well, just because he has experience. I need somebody with experience. We saw you're a passing game coordinator. Cool. You didn't call plays. I need somebody who called plays. Who else out there?
I guess that was my statement in the beginning was, does it matter, right? Does it matter if he calls plays or doesn't call plays, because the play calling is going to come from the top, right? So does it matter who we have on the sidelines and up in the box for OC?
Yes.
I mean, we've seen in the past that
What do you mean
a lot
comes
of
from the
it
top? You think
is
Howie
comes
from
Roseman's
the top.
calling plays?
Yeah. I mean, you see that the fire is out there, that he has picked substitution packages. He's picked who's going to be in, who's going to be out, the plays that they run. Yeah, you see a lot of that. Yeah, I don't know what was said, but something happened to Jalen Hurts where they tell him to stay in the pocket, or they like that. You don't change that much from year to year. I mean, this was we went from being the best offense to possibly the worst offense in 1 year.
They couldn't
I know
block.
what it was.
Something happened.
This was
They
a
couldn't
fucking
block.
circle jerk going around here. This was so what you're telling me is they won a Super Bowl, and now everybody got, we'll hire from within. We'll all get our hands on it. We're gonna have a fun year. You know what I mean? Look at all our toys. All right, I'm gonna do substitution packages. Oh my! If this is true,
It's the same thing that we talked about with the Sixers. Same thing. Sometimes you got to check your ego, but when you win, it's hard to check your ego because you get that head, right? It's me. I'm Howie Roseman. It's me. I'm the one who put this team together. I can do it.
How is he doing
Nick
this during the
Sirianni
games?
picked Petula, and it failed.
Was he on a
John,
headset calling
how
plays?
is he? What does he have? A headset calling plays?
Yeah,
I'm not saying he's calling plays, but
What you just said.
the whole first quarter is scripted. The whole first quarter is scripted. The first 3 drives are scripted. Every team scripts the first.
Well, that
3
surprisingly wasn't the Eagles' major problem on offense. They were good at scripts,
They're actually fine,
and they were good in the red zone.
maybe Howie's on to something.
And you're
So
making
maybe
my
Howie
point.
should be the offensive coordinator.
And you're making my point.
But
I
if
mean,
he's
is
doing good-
he a part of who dresses and who sits on game day? Sure, yeah. Is he calling plays? I think that's crazy talk.
Do you think he's not part of that meeting, those conversations?
No, that's football
No?
guys.
No, I don't think he's anywhere near it.
Okay.
I think maybe he talks to Nick once or twice a week about what Nick thinks.
Again, is he a part of potentially, like I said, who starts and sits, or not starts and sits, but who's dresses, who's not dresses, and those meetings, and because maybe he's got salary cap, implications and bonuses and stuff like that. Sure. I think every GM is in those meetings, but I don't think he's sitting there calling plays and
I
packages.
could absolutely see him like sitting down with him and the coordinators and talking game plan. I can absolutely see it.
So can I.
I don't know. I mean, it's not a shot at him.
Talking game plan is different than
I'm not saying he's
putting it
calling
in.
plays, like John said.
I didn't say he's calling. I'm not saying he's calling plays.
You just
I'm
said
saying-
he's calling plays.
Yeah.
You just said the plays are coming from up top.
Yes.
Which it's not.
And then I said, wait, how he's calling plays? You said yes.
Was
So-
he designing them? Is he designing plays?
Is Howie a boy wonder? Is
I
he,
hope
is he
not.
Sean
I
McVay
hope
incarnate?
And then you explained to me how the only 2 parts of the offense that were watchable to a minor degree were controlled by Howie. So then maybe Howie should be the offense coordinator. Apparently no one wants the job, and everyone hates Jalen and hates Nick and hates that there's too much pressure here in Philadelphia. Well, let Howie do it.
Yeah, I mean, it must be the same thing because Buffalo doesn't have an offensive coordinator yet. Baltimore doesn't have an offensive coordinator yet. Like
no one wants to play with Josh Allen.
Yep.
dude.
McDaniel
No way.
picked Herbert. I mean, I'd pick Herbert too. Most people would. Dable
cares?
picked
Honestly, who
Ward, who was
cares?
the number 1 overall pick. I mean, I feel like what Greg said is perfect for Dable. He has control of that team. He has control of that offense,
We
probably.
got a little
been
New
telling-
York connection too. Little fuck you to the Giants and the Jets from their perspective. 2 coaches there didn't work out. Same timeline.
Yep.
Go somewhere else and win
Okay.
together.
probably
Like, go somewhere else and change the
bonded
franchise,
over
and it's
sucking
big.
ass.
It's a big F you to those organizations. You know what I mean? Yeah, for sure. I can see why those 2 ended up together. They absolutely had a relationship when they, literally different locker rooms per se. when you're that close. So they know each other, I'm sure, through their times up there, and probably had conversations about how they're dealing with different things, media wise, etc. I'm sure I could absolutely see that. So I'm not really as worried about that. I mean, Dable was my number one choice. I think McDaniels is a nerd. I was pretty good on sitting McDaniel out.
I'm good too, Tom.
Yeah, he can go to Hollywood. Yeah. He's a loser.
Nerd.
He's a great play designer. No question about those things with him. I just think he's a dog and pony show. The only good thing about him, I think, is his run game stuff's really good. But I can go get that from a Shanahan tree if I really want, their run concepts so bad. I can also just go to tape and add in their run concepts. So there's ways to acquire that if that's the way you're going. I'll probably at this rate look McVay tree a little bit. I'll see what they got hanging around. Just because.
Well, Zach Robinson got hired, right?
Yeah.
He went.
Where'd he go? I missed that.
Atlanta.
He went back to Atlanta.
Yeah.
No. He got fired from Atlanta. I'm pretty sure he went somewhere.
Doesn't even matter.
He's gotten zero experience, but I like the idea around that Shield House from the Rams, right? If you're talking McVay tree, he's a passing game coordinator.
Who else play caller wise? Nagy. Who else? Like who else is really out there that's called plays?
That's really it.
Yeah, I mean it's really.
Jim Bob Cooter.
Jim Bob Cooter. I was just about
to
say.
Has he called plays?
Yeah,
I think so. Right? Yeah.
Cooter.
The Coots.
The Cooter, because he did Steichen call plays in Indianapolis last year?
He's called plays before.
Yeah,
he called plays before that.
Cooter has just been around with a headset on for a minute.
Robinson went to the Bucks.
He went to the Bucks.
I don't know why I heard this, but I feel like I heard somebody bring up Dougie P. Is that an option?
No.
Not to me.
No.
I mean,
no.
Could you imagine?
Yeah, why don't we just bring them all back?
They did
Doug and Chip and bring the whole gang back.
Jim Bob in for a second meeting.
Jim Schwartz is he wants out of Cleveland. Sounds like.
Yeah, he's pissed off.
Yeah,
he's pissed. We'll get him. We'll have Schwartz. We'll have the Chipster. We'll have Doug. We'll get the whole gang back, and have some fun.
Gannon back, right?
He went to.
I think
he signed with Green Bay. He went to Green Bay. He's going to replace the
Hartley or Hatley.
The guy who went to Miami. Yeah, they're DC.
Jordan Missionary.
Yeah.
Another loser, but hey, your defense was good that year. We won.
They weren't that good.
No, the defense. They just base, no blitzes, get home with your 4, and if that doesn't work, you're getting torched.
Don't ever spin her around at nighttime. Like he's just right there. That's who he is. Like that's who he is. He got lucky because he had good players. I'm serious. Like if you didn't have good players, that guy's not even up for a run. He's 32nd ranked fucking defense in football.
Yeah.
In yards and everything because he'll let you go. He'll let you go 75 every time. Unless there's a turnover involved or whatever. I know that's the league. I get it. But that dude was scared to death of blitz. You know what I mean? He wouldn't blitz a fucking wheelchair. He was the biggest king. He was the biggest king of letting guys go 15 for 15. Like, hey, let's get you know what? Let's get a fucking no name in the rhythm. Like he's the king of that. Like, no, I'm playing fucking Jimmy from down the street. He's getting fucking 8-man blitzes coming out of his ass. Figured out where to go with the football early. You know what I mean? Like,
was that the first term that we heard? The bend and don't break term?
Yeah. This was bend and don't break on steroids. It's like liberals today. But we're not going to do that. But it's a bend and not break on steroids. That's what it is. It's like, everybody talks about bend but not break, but he was the king of like, we are never going to break. You know what I mean? We are bend all that. We're just going to keep being flexible.
Very
flexible. Even though his wife never got flexible one time at home. So, this is where he was.
The Cooter does have play calling experience.
We can't go from his wife at home, Greg, to the Cooter has play calling experience. We got to read the room.
Well, that's Cooter.
I liked it, Greg. Good transition. Good transition.
Transition. Oh man.
But yeah, where did he call plays, Greg?
Detroit.
And
That
did
Campbell was
not
the
make
head
Rob
coach.
happy.
Detroit through 2018. He's been with the Eagles before. He was with the Eagles under
I saw
Dougie.
that.
It was a Jim Caldwell Detroit Lions.
Oh,
Sure they were.
yeah, man.
2021,
Yeah.
he was with Dougie and then with Shane Steichen.
So Matt Nagy. Matt Nagy.
I'm out on
All
Maggie.
today?
I'm
Who
out
Who
on
do you
Nagy.
want?
To
do you
me,
want?
it's just meh. If I'm going
Anyone-
Nagy, then I'm going to go off the board and go with somebody that I think might be the next guy. Right? You know what I mean?
Who's that to you?
That Nate Shieldhouse.
Okay.
I like what the Rams do from an offensive standpoint. So if I can go get that guy, I understand he doesn't have experience. I understand he's young, but he's a lot of the guy that is designing a lot of those passing sets and stuff like that.
They designed the no-look passes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we're going to draw this up. I want you to no-look this. Like, he's drawing up those two fucking show ponies. Yeah, I mean.
But, like, I'd rather go someone like him than like a Sean Mannion.
We can't pass.
Huh?
We're not, I don't know. I'm just joking, but we're not, I don't think we're the traditional pass first team. Like,
I don't disagree.
But numbers say differently, though. I mean,
so we got Kellen Moore. We'll go 2-2, throwing the ball 35 times a game, and then we'll be like, oh, we got to run it. We got to be a run first team. And then we'll run the
most offensive coordinators nowadays. It's the passing game is what is taking over. It's just what is in right now.
But that's how they're getting their jobs, right? I mean,
that's how they're getting jobs.
Yeah, well, we can't. Like I said, I don't think we throw the ball in an elite clip. I think we throw the ball in a good clip.
We're not going to if we don't have AJ Brown.
There you go.
Maybe until you just put Devontae in motion a million times and he gets a.
Well, that's where I think that's where a guy like that you put AJ in the Puka role and you put Devontae in the Cooper Kupp role.
Yeah, but the problem with that is you don't have Matthew Stafford.
No, you don't. But you're telling me Jalen can't do it?
I don't know.
The day Jalen does a no looker is the day we'll put him in the conversation. Let's just call it.
He doesn't. There's no denying that. There's no.
That's not a shot.
Let's also be real. Matty Stafford was the no-look king before Patty Mahomes stole it from him.
Yeah.
Let's keep that a buck too for all the youngins out there.
Like pure pocket passer. Like he's not that. Like it doesn't mean
I don't disagree.
Like people take that out of context. Like he can throw from the pocket, but he's not the traditional. Like I'm gonna go through my reads and I'm gonna take what's there. He's not that. And
can he not be like 73%? Like I mean, even if it's 5-yard dink and dunks, can he not stay around 73%? I think he can.
Well, he doesn't like the checkdowns. We've seen it,
dude. I've watched it his whole career.
I listened to Troy Aikman called out 75 fucking times. You know what I mean? Like I'm over it. Like I know. He wants a shot and then he panics and rolls instead of just being like, okay, let me go to my third. Right? He just doesn't do it. Again, but if he doesn't use his legs, our offense won't be good.
I know.
Unless he grows.
Why can't I know he can't? He's not Stafford. I know that.
Yeah.
But I also don't think he's ever asked to been either.
No, until Sheeple House comes in.
And we also, I mean, it's hard to say. We did win.
No. I'm just answering the comment. I know you.
We have seen him throw the ball and look good.
Me too, John. I have. I believe he can play the position, especially in a dome. But but he needs to use his legs, and I don't know why that went away this year in his game.
That part.
That's my question mark. That was my whole question mark this year. Is where did that come from? Is that Jalen Hurts saying, I need to look financially to my future and just be more safer with my body? Or is that coming from management saying, hey, you're a big asset to us. We can't afford you to get hurt? Like something was said in that nature or by him himself to change that mindset, right? Because it just doesn't players don't change like that over a year. It doesn't happen.
Donovan did.
Donovan did.
Donovan did because he got old. Because he got old.
No.
He did because he wanted to prove he could throw the football.
There's no way. Kevin Patullo was a moron, and Nick Sirianni, I don't think, had a great year either. But there's no way you tell the guy, even if you're that dumb, hey, you're a superior athlete, but we don't want you to run. No coach would say that.
I can see that conversation. I can see that conversation happening in the first half of the year. Coming off of playing all the football. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Hey, we're not gonna use it, but the not using the second half of the year in the playoffs, 100% egregious.
I agree.
But maybe he was hurt. We don't know this, and it hasn't been announced yet. But that's the thing that sucks too about like today's media and all this stuff. Not even just the media, but just the access that is given. Like we don't know, and we'll never know what that conversation is. And who knows? We might not have known that years ago when X and everything wasn't around, right? We weren't living a 24/7 news cycle like we do today. So, but it sucks because you're never going to get that answer. You're never going to get a real answer out of what that discussion was. Was it a discussion? Was it who made that decision?
Was it him?
Right?
Yeah.
That's the part that sucks is because we're never going to know.
But as fans and commentators and everyone else in the world, you all see it. We all see it. Like why does it have to be that way? Like that's the answer I want to know. Okay, if it was said or if it was done for a reason, fine. What was the reason? What is the long-term goal to that being done this year?
Doesn't it obviously have to come from Jalen?
Maybe, yeah.
Even Kevin Patullo is not that dumb to take the man's legs away from him. So Jalen probably went to Nick and said, "Yeah, I want to throw more this year. I don't really want to run." And Nick is a rah-rah players guy. That's why he wins a lot of games and backed this guy and tried to get it done in a different way. And which is stupid.
That's a very good possibility.
I just don't see how Nick Sirianni and Kevin Patullo go to Jalen Hurts and say, you know what? Know how you can run and change games and almost win Super Bowl MVPs and have 40, 50-yard runs for touchdowns and the snow and NFC championship games. Like, we're not going to use that this year.
Yeah.
How do you say that as a coach? How does that even cross your mind as a coach? And if that was said to him by Nick Sirianni, he's out the door tomorrow and I find out about it. Out the door tomorrow.
And,
I don't care.
You guys, you might hate this answer, and I hate this answer myself, but I could definitely see Jeffrey Lurie and Howie Roseman saying it. Hey, you're an asset to me. I don't need you getting hurt. I don't care if we win because guess what? Philadelphia is going to sell out, and I'm going to make my money anyway. But you can't get hurt because then they won't come. And I can see that being said.
First off, every single Sunday, they could win 2 fucking games for the next 10 years. The whole time, and that stadium will be filled every Sunday.
You're right. Yeah.
Every single Sunday. So it's not an asset thing. The NFL is going to get their money. It's not baseball. We're not the Pirates. Like, Jeffrey Lurie's he's not dumb either. One of the best owners in the whole league.
Well, let's also remember, though, with that being said, Jeffrey Lurie does love a high octane passing game.
He does.
So it might not be out of the realm. I don't know why, right? You just won a Super Bowl running the football. And like you said earlier, Rob, dominating both sides of the line of scrimmage. I don't know why you would make that call, but we do know who the owner is.
I don't know.
Whether that's it, again, that's obviously
I need
well
to like
above
All
wake
my
up.
speculation. Yeah.
I need to wake up in the next couple days and just have an offensive coordinator, even if I don't like it. I would like it. I would like this. I would like this to be put to bed as soon as possible. So do your Zooms, get your interviews with the Super Bowl guys if you want to. The Rams are out, the Broncos are out. Like you need to take the little notes you've been taking, and you need to make a decision, and you need to go.
I gotta go back to it. I gotta see what he said.
Yeah, I don't see any. Right, we missed out on all the big time hirings, so it's not going to be anyone that's going to be a big splash. So, and I'm right with you, Rob. Let's just get it done. Let's get somebody.
Any guy
in
you
the,
get is
in
going to
the
have
facility,
question marks.
and let's get it done.
It said voluminous and copious notes.
Voluminous. Okay, I'm going to use that at work.
Yeah.
And who said that? Who's
Jeffrey Lurie.
that? Jeffrey Lurie said that about hiring the coach.
Jeffrey Lurie's
that's
Eagles
his process.
power structure has created a well, that was an old headline. But yeah, he says Jeffrey Lurie is known to take voluminous notes about the goings on in personal matters.
Start reading them. Start rereading them and make a pick.
Let's go.
Any guy you get at this point is going to be mad. Some people are going to be like, no one's going to be like, holy, no Eagles fan out there, including us, we know what we're talking about and we're big fans. Anyone they hire is not going to like make you start tweeting about the Eagles going to the Super Bowl next year. None of them.
Correct.
They're all going to have question marks. None of them are going to have a wow factor. Some of them are going to be experienced, but a meh guy, or they're going to be like Greg's guy and not have any experience, but have, all the potential. Might be the next McVay. So let's just get it done. So then we can talk about other stuff concerning this team.
And there's a lot.
And there's a lot. Like they can't block.
That, like the coaching exodus, none of that bothers me because that's what happens when you're a good team and you're a good organization. Would have liked to not, like we talked about earlier, would have liked to not lose Christian Parker, especially to a division rival. But that's what happens when you're a good team and you're a really good coach. I gotta check whatever happened. Did Clinton Hunt take that job that he was?
I don't think so.
Well, that's good. Clint Hurt.
I thought I saw him Giants, no?
He interviewed for Dolphins to be their DC. I think now that Christian Parker is out the door, I think that's this guy in a year or two for us.
Defensive line coach for us.
Coach.
Yeah. And then I think now that Parker's out the door, I think he'll take over for Vic when that time happens. That's the feeling I get.
It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting what they do here. So
sure will be.
But Rob's right. He needs to get it over with now. Now you waited long enough. Let's wrap this up. With your notepads.
Your voluminous notes.
Voluminous notes.
I can't remember. I can't believe you guys don't remember that. It was like that was a big deal for a while. Like people were making fun of it forever.
Voluminous. What is it? Voluminous and copious.
Winning just, what I mean? Winning just takes those things and throws it away. Same with water in the garden.
How much notes do you think he has on his little stadium he's trying to build?
Voluminous.
Probably a lot.
Copious amounts. Copious amounts.
Unbelievable. Excited to see a design. All right, boys. You guys got anything else you want to get out of here?
Nope.
Call it a night.
Huh?
Yeah.
Phillies haven't done a damn thing.
Phillies. Yeah, we can skip that segment. We
Yeah,
can skip the
drive
Phillies
by
tonight.
that.
Yeah,
We drove by the off season, so we're going to drive with them.
we try. Yeah,
They just went from the winter meetings right to Clearwater. They didn't even come back up here.
yeah. They fell asleep.
I said,
Framber
"What's good,
Valdez,
everybody?"
he didn't get signed. Framber Valdez didn't get signed when I wasn't paying
Framber's still
attention,
out
did he?
there. Nope.
He's still out there.
No.
Still out there.
Told you can still win a World Series that way. They want to go out and do it. Just
Well,
out
you're
pitch
crazy.
everybody.
Put Nicky at first. Put Bryce back in the outfield. Get crazy.
I wonder how much that signing for him is with that whole where he drilled his catcher in the chest. Like, are people staying away from him because of like that moment,
I'll
that
take it.
attitude?
I'll take him. A little
Maybe.
hot-blooded. What is he, Dominican?
It's possible, but I'll take it.
Dominican? Little,
Yeah.
I'm not
Hop-
taking it. Why would you waste money on that?
It's not a waste of money. He's an
Because
ace.
Because you still need a guy.
You got to do something. You
Still
got to
need a
do
guy.
something. Do you still have your
Who do you need
tickets?
a guy for? What do you mean we need a guy?
Because they're not good
What are you worried
enough.
about? We got 5 starters.
Wheeler's out at least a month,
Okay.
and we don't
So
know
he'll
what.
be
And
back.
let's be real, we don't know what he's going to come. We think he's going to rebound, but we don't know what he's going to be.
You're sure as hell not benching him. I'll tell you that.
I'm not saying you bench him,
Who's saying
but
that?
you don't know. You don't know what.
There you go.
You don't know what Aaron Nola is going to be. We all think he's going to rebound. We don't know what Andrew Painter is going to be. Painter's a
They can
rookie.
lose. They can lose 15 games. They're not going anywhere though. Like that, you're not replacing them with anyone. These are your guys. This is what we signed. This is what we have.
No,
Noah's
I think
going to be there all
That's
year.
not accept. That's not
Wheeler's
acceptable.
going to be there all year.
Well, Nola and Wheeler are. But you still have 4 guys. You have 4 set guys, and you're missing one for about a month. You have Wheeler, Sanchez, Nola, and Luzardo.
And you got Painter.
Yeah,
There's your 5.
for a month. We don't know what Painter's going to be, and because you didn't add to the offense,
We're going to find out this year.
but that's the whole point, John. Like, what if we find out that he's just not the guy? Wouldn't
I
it be
don't
really
have-
nice to have a Cy Young guy sitting right there?
It'd be great, but if you have the Cy Young guy, you're never going to find out what Painter is.
I don't have to take a chance on Andrew Painter when I'm the 5th biggest market, 4th biggest market in the whole team, and I don't have to.
Well, then you should have got Bo Bichette.
No shit. Have you been listening?
Yes.
Like,
But
yeah.
you don't need a starter.
I am
You
going
don't
to
need a
throw
starter.
up
You
and Alec
do.
Boehm as a 3rd baseman next year and bat
You-
4th.
You do if you
Oh,
don't
yes.
increase the. If you don't help the offense, you do need a pitcher.
Who you're putting
Like,
to the bullpen.
listen,
I
it's
think
not
it
happening,
doesn't make
right?
sense.
So it's not happening. So yeah, you're right there.
Because he's these Boris guys, especially the pitchers, when they sit out there right before spring training, they're gonna sign some mega 1-year deal and go try again next season.
That's
So what,
probably what will happen.
If I get Framber Valdez with 1 year, 35 mil, cool. Sign me up. 1 year.
And
But
you're
John, I
kissing
wanna be
Painter
the-
away for another year.
You need a pitcher though. You still need
Well,
a pitcher, whether you think we do or not. You need a pitcher
You can never have enough. You can never have enough.
because after Painter though, we drop to nobody. Like if Painter gets hurt or somebody gets hurt, we drop to nobody.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking about Gene
Yeah,
Cabrera,
no.
which you could be excited about, but again, now we're talking about another guy who no one knows what's coming from him. And again, like Rob said, when you're a big market, you got to start acting like a big market, and we don't act like a big market right now.
No, we act like the Brewers. We act like the Brewers, and we're just going to kick
I
the
believe
can
we're
down
going
the
to
road.
be 5th in baseball in payroll. Like, I mean, that's
Right? Because
whether
they'll
you want
splash,
to deem them spending the money correctly or not is a whole nother story.
they'll splash,
not going
and,
to-
and they'll spend the big money, but they don't spend the
thought I had
collaborative money. You know, the
I
money
thought
to
I had
build a
stupid
team.
I'm
money.
with
not-
you.
I was told I had stupid money, not big.
Exactly.
Well,
We haven't
I
got
pay
stupid
season
money.
I pay stupid money for their stupid season ticket package. I'll tell you that.
They're not going to spend stupid money on a sixth pitcher. It's not going to happen, guys.
No, it's not, but it needs to.
Maybe there's a creative trade they can make out of nowhere. I don't know. I don't know. You just look at them. You know they're not it. They're not it.
I mean, their over-unders 89.5. Just got released. Their over and unders 89.5.
Under.
I'm going under.
They're probably
I think I'm
around
with you,
90
Rob.
win team. They're probably around 90 win team.
I think I'm at 85 wins.
I don't trust them one bit. I don't care if they come out and win 20 in a row. I don't trust them one bit right now. I need something different. I don't have anything different. You gave me a closer that's different. That's fun. You really give me anything different. You give me Crawford that's different. I like Crawford. I think he'll hit. At some point,
do you think you see Miller at all this year?
Like if you're going to kick the can and you're not going to go get Framber Valdez, then just go give me Aiden Miller up to them.
I'd be fine with that.
I'm in for it. Is he third or second?
And then at least I can have
whoever's playing worse.
But I think in the minors, until he's here, he's going to play second, short, third. I think he's going to rotate there in the minors till he's up.
I mean, he can start for Bryson Stott opening day, as far as I'm concerned. I've seen it. I've seen it with Bryson Stott. I know what's going on with Bryson Stott. He's okay, but if this guy's so good that I don't have Garrett Crochet on my team right now because Aiden Miller is just can't miss, no doubt about it, stud, then I want to see him on Sunday when I go to the game. You know, not
just
Aiden.
Again, I hear you. I would love to see it, but we look at the organization and just like we talked about the Eagles, it's not going to happen. I would love it because I really don't want to see you're a Stotty. I don't want to see Bohm. You know what I mean? Like
I don't want to see either of them.
So again, all right, bring up Miller, move Bohm over to first, and put Bryce in the outfield.
Okay,
I'm in for that.
That's a good idea.
Yep.
There's no ideas. And did you see Topper's little press conference the other day?
Yeah, he got all butthurt about it.
Yeah, all butthurt about it, and he's like, yeah, I got a surprise for everyone with the lineup. Okay, so Adolis Garcia is going to bat fourth on opening day, and Alec Bohm, and that's the big secret. That's going to unlock everything. Just, I don't know. I've never been, and then they don't take us seriously. We got the Bichette's agent just totally played the Phillies.
Yeah,
he never wanted to come here. He was trying to leverage either really what he got was what do you get 3 years for $40 million each year?
It's a 1-year deal.
It's a 1-year deal. He's going to opt out. Yeah.
But he can opt out. But he was just trying to get the Phillies involved to get the Blue Jays or the Mets to play. And we got played hard. And that doesn't. I don't like that either.
And the worst part to me about that, I'm with you, Rob, 100%. The worst part is it felt like that whole scenario was a back burner move, was like a B move.
Yep.
Instead of why wasn't that your move? Why wasn't that your move? Why didn't you go pursue him outside? Again, stupid money. Towards the end, it was either Bo or JT. And again, we could all have opinions on JT at 35, but at this point in the offseason, there was no other option but JT Realmuto.
He was your best option.
He was it. What, you're going to sell me on Victor Carantini?
No, they did the right thing, but I don't understand why I can't have Bo Bichette and
100%. That's the stupid
JT
money.
Realmuto.
Right? Or earlier in the offseason, as much of a weirdo as he might be, you go sign me Kyle Schwarber and Pete Alonso.
I wanted that happen. I wanted to happen so bad, and then tell Bryce Harper, I don't care. You're playing left field where you can go home.
Or go to right.
Yep.
Or go to right, whatever, left
field,
whatever.
Yeah, you're right. But that was early enough in the offseason to where you can ask Bryce to make that move, and he can train then to make that move.
I believe that he even said that he would make that move if we got in a big power right-handed bat at first base. He said he would make that move.
And that was last year when Pete Alonso was still out there.
Yep.
He doesn't want Bohm bat behind him. That's why.
I wouldn't
He
either.
doesn't get any pitches to hit because he stinks.
I mean, think about what he's doing. Like with Schwarber is seeing all this stuff, and Harper has been on the decline. Like, yeah, he needs a little protection. We need to get somebody a right-handed bat behind, and it's not Garcia.
No.
These kids better be good. These kids better be good. Because, like, I don't have Byron Buxton because of these kids. I don't have Crochet because of these kids. I don't maybe have Brett Rooker because of some of these kids. Maybe who was the really good
Mason
Marlins
Miller?
pitcher? They got Duran though, so that's fine.
Alcantara?
No, he got traded to the Cubs.
Oh, Edwin Cabrera.
Perez.
Or
Yeah,
Cabrera.
why don't we,
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
we get in the mix on him, have him under control, and then you don't have to sign Framber. But and it's hilarious too because their whole history is they keep guys in the minors too long.
Yep.
And then they never want to trade him because they're the next big thing. It's nuts.
Yeah.
And
God,
Dombo's always come in and destroyed farm systems, but he didn't touch this one.
Not here. He didn't touch this one bit. And then, God forbid, you go across the pond to Japan and bring a guy in. We got flat earthers running this team. They don't know they don't know what it is. They don't know what Latin America and the Asian markets are.
I'll give him credit. It's rumored that they offered Yamamoto the most money.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. You got to close. Close.
Well, yeah, but he's not going to. I agree with you. But
He wanted LA.
it was always going to be LA. I mean, when you offer the guy the most money, that's a pretty good offer.
Okay, so they try, but he's not here.
And he's not. But we can't say they didn't try. But there was guys I'm with you though, Rob. There was guys this all season that I would have liked here to start that pipeline, to start that pipeline of flow of players.
Yeah, they'll be late on it.
Like, remember they kept Howard down until he was like 25?
Yep.
26.
It was nuts. It was nuts. He would have had
probably
a home run. He'd be Barry Bonds if he was able to come up.
Probably a big reason why he's not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Because that 5-year stretch he had was Hall of Fame.
Ruthian.
50 home runs every year.
But you need that 5 to go 9, right? You need that 5 to go 7. You need that 5-year stretch to go 8, right? And he did it because we let it go.
The Hall of Fame is an elite club. Like, you have to really get it done for an extended period of time to be even considered for the Hall of Fame. So
and that's what I'm saying. 5 years isn't enough.
It's not.
But I also think the Hall of Fame's a joke too. The fact that Jimmy
totally
Rollins is sitting there so low.
Jimmy Rollins should be a lock.
100%.
A lock. There's only 3 shortstops ever that have won a World Series and an MVP award.
Yep.
He's one of them.
Yep.
Jeter and Barry Larkin are the other ones. Both in by a mile.
That's good knowledge right there.
It's true. I saw it. It's one of my favorite stats.
Nice.
My other favorite. And did Larry Fitzgerald get in? He was up this year, right?
Did he get in? I didn't hear anything, but
he's going to be a first. Maybe he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't know.
He better be.
I don't know what the rules are. Maybe he didn't answer someone's question the right way one time, so someone's not. But Larry Fitzgerald has more tackles in his career than drop passes. Unbelievable stat. Unbelievable stat.
Dynamite drop in, Monty. But yeah, the Phillies got to do something. Well, maybe they don't got to do something.
Is he available?
It's over.
Who?
Suarez, Eugenio
He
Suarez.
is.
But he's just like,
why do that? Yeah,
that doesn't do anything.
No, it really doesn't. He's gonna pop you at 25, but he's gonna strike out 300.
And it's only
and he's a downgrade from Bohm defensively.
Yeah,
which is glaring. Alec Bohm isn't winning any Gold Gloves anytime soon.
No.
And we got enough strikeouts. I see him strike out
Yeah.
all the time. We got enough guys who we got that category covered on the fantasy league. Strikeouts. We got it. We're good. We don't need any more strikeouts. Did Luis Araz sign with anybody?
He is not.
No.
It's an interesting.
That's something. Maybe
He's
you
a
hit him.
left-handed bat.
I'll talk to you guys later. I got to roll.
I want
All right.
him.
I'm right behind you.
Yeah,
I'm
we're
right
good.
behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrap
Wrap
it
it?
up.
All right.
Wrap it.
All right. Well, great show. Before I fall asleep here. ATD Wednesday nights. See you next Wednesday. My contacts are on fire. Later.